Well, I didn't sleep much last night because today and tomorrow, the hardest days of this trip, it's Memorial Day. I'm here in Nanjing, and it's going to be a tough couple days. So, what are we doing today? We're going to a memorial service. We're going to a mountain. We're seeing the Flying Tigers Museum. And then tomorrow, I'm going to the museum or the memorial hall, the victims of the massacre in Nanjing. I will not be filming in there out of respect and the fact that you trust me, you need to go see it, but it's not something you want to see on YouTube. So let's get out of here. All right, we are here at the Anti-Japanese Aviation Martyrs Memorial Hall in the West, better known as the Flying Tigers. These are the people that fought in the air against the Japanese. We were at a memorial this morning for the victims of the Nanking Massacre. I couldn't film there. It would have been super inappropriate. But we're going to go inside and take a look at this museum. And then after this, we're going to John Rabe's house. So let's go inside and take a look. So I'm standing here now. This is John Rabe's house, and this is one of the most interesting facts about the Nanjing Massacre. John Rabe was a Nazi. He was a card-carrying Nazi. The Third Reich dispatched here in Nanking. He's saved more people than anyone else. He was trying to telegraph the high-ups, be like, there's killing here, we have to stop this, we have to stop this. He set up a safe zone. He's credited with saving more than 250,000 lives single-handedly with his safe zone. And what's unfortunate is after the war, because Japan was an ally of Germany, he got recalled back to Germany, and they didn't just chew him a new one. His life was ruined for what happened. And what's especially interesting is during the denazification process after World War II, everybody thought he was still a hardcore Nazi and just didn't believe that he had repented and was going to be fine going back into society. The people of Nanking sent him money and helped support him because he died destitute. It's very, very sad. He basically ruined his life to save all these people. So he's credited as being a hero today. We're here at his house. It's now a museum, and we're going to go inside and take a look. This is talking about the establishment of the safety zone, and Rabe was named the executive mayor of Nanjing. All right, honestly, me being here is like disturbing the museum, so we're gonna take off now. Well, one, I apologize, you guys, for the bad lighting. I am in my hotel room, and I filmed that actually a few weeks ago, and I wanted to just kind of explain what all happened. So, I arrived in Nanjing, we took the train from Hangzhou, and then that Saturday I spent 2 days seeing some really important sites. So first I went to a memorial service, and I went to the site where prisoners of war were all executed. It was like the first real killing that started. And I went to a private ceremony for a few reasons, but one of them is I just didn't feel it was appropriate for me to be at the main ceremony because I don't want the attention taken off of what happened onto me. And then I went to the Aviation Martyrs Museum, also known as the Flying Tigers. And I need to clarify, everybody I was saluting Americans that lost their lives, if that wasn't clear. I recently acquired some World War II items for the sake of donation. I'll show you guys in a later video when I get them, but I'm going to be donating those to the Flying Tigers Museum. The Aviation Martyrs Museum, as they call it. I keep calling it the Flying Tigers Museum. It's not appropriate. So thank you to the person that sold me that. if you have items like this, I will pay you for them and donate them to museums. Museums here are actively seeking them out, and I like putting these things in museums because then that way everybody can appreciate and learn from them. After the Flying Tigers Museum, I went to John Rabe's home, and then the next day was every bit as heavy, if not heavier, because we went to the memorial hall for the victims of the massacre in Nanjing. I didn't know that it was built on a mass grave, and we didn't film that because that's so inappropriate for me to film that, and I just needed to be respectful. But in the basement of this museum, they've exhumed one of the mass graves, and there's well over 100 skeletons lying there. So after that, one thing I will say, I was very disappointed to see that the only U.S. president to ever visit that memorial hall was Jimmy Carter. If you want to understand the geocomplexities of the region and the history and why things are the way they are and why there's animosity to this day, you need to go to this memorial hall. It's like an absolute must. I really hope more world leaders go and visit this because it's super important to go there and see it. So we did that, and then afterwards I did a press conference, and I kind of was like, I really don't want to do this right now. What am I supposed to say? This is really, really, really heavy. I'm taking it in. You want me to give a press conference? So I did, and luckily I didn't lose my cool. It was fine. I mean, I was really upset after going to this thing. After that, we went to an old brothel that was a comfort women museum. They're sex slaves by the Japanese army. It was every bit as unsettling as going to the memorial hall. And then after that, I couldn't handle anymore. So I went back to my hotel and I took a nap, and then I went for a long walk. And then the next day, we came back to Nanjing after that. And that was a couple weeks ago. A couple of things I want to say. I've extended my trip here. I'm now staying basically until my visa's up. I was only going to be here for a month. I'm going to end up being here almost for 3 months because this trip is, for a lot of different reasons, going very well. So I'm staying through the end of Chinese Lunar New Year, and then I'll be back in Minnesota probably for 5 or 6 weeks, and then I'm coming back out here for like another 2 months, and it's going to become a permanent rotation of I'm in Minnesota for 5-6 weeks, and then I'm here for longer. And I'm going to make a video addressing all this in the next Between the Pawn, talking about what I'm going to do going forward. I'm not done with Pawn Man. It's just this has changed my entire life for the better. If you're in Nanjing, I can't recommend enough visiting the Memorial Hall, the Martyrs Hall, the Comfort Women Memorial, all the other sites that I saw. I want to thank my tour guides. I want to thank all the people of Nanjing for being kind to me, because it's a lot to deal with. Please subscribe to my channel. It's going to be a blend of Pawn Man content, because when I get back to Minnesota, I'm going to resume, doing the episodes and filming stuff. I have 3 episodes planned out for what we're covering. But then when I come back to China, I'll be uploading the China content. So I changed my name on YouTube to just Evan Kail so more people in China can find me. But there will still be Pawn Man content. I'm not done with it. It's just I will be scaling things back. I'm going to do a full lengthy explanation of what this is going to look like going forward. But again, I want to thank everybody, and thanks for all the support. And remember, peace is important.